What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we are jumping back into the dawn of DC with Green Arrow, issue number 6. Now for Ollie, he has been traveling through the multiverse. Ever since Dark Crisis, he has been lost in time and space, separated from those he loves. But after trying to reunite with everybody that he cares about, he has come to learn that if his family stays together, the world will fall apart. After meeting the old man Ollie, he quickly learns that this is in fact not an old version of himself, but someone disguising themselves to look like an old man of himself. As he was pushed through the teleportation, Ollie found himself in some place where he is surrounded by dozens of green arrows. As they all attack him at once, it looked like he took an arrow and he was falling to his death. So, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we pick up with Oliver Queen falling down to his death, taking an arrow in the chest. His life flashes before his eyes, and right before he hits the ground, he comes down on a soft landing. The arrow in his chest simply disappears. Oliver Queen has no idea what's going on. When he looks up, as he looks around in his surroundings, what he sees is that he is at a circus. This is where we have Old Man Ollie showing up once again, this time coming in cloaked, trying to hide his face. Our young Ollie is asking, where the heck just was I, with all those other green arrows? He tells him that that was an energy vortex. It took some extra care to pull him out and back into the main time stream. He had to fight himself and lost. But he does ask him, where do you go next, Ollie? What timeline, what world? The young Ollie being done with this trip, understanding that the brain bomb is inside his head that teleports him, that forces the teleportation. And so Ollie decides that he's gonna force the teleportation himself. He grabs one of Old Man Ollie's arrows, one that is rigged with electrocution. He takes that arrow and he puts it up to his face and electrocutes himself. Grabbing hold of Old Man Ollie, the two of them begin to teleport. But this teleportation leads them onto a rock, somewhere in the middle of God knows where. But they are now trapped, unable to leave. And Old Man Ollie begins to give a beatdown to our young Oliver. Old Man Ollie saying that I chose to look like you because you would never listen to anybody but yourself. This is when he reveals himself. This was in fact Merlin. Oliver Queen believed that Merlin had died with Leviathan, but they never saw a body. He says that his body, it took some repairs, having a metal hand and all this good stuff now. He decided it was time to take revenge, making backdoor deals with Amanda Waller, getting his hands on time travel tech, and then he made small adjustments to Oliver's life. Oliver thinking to himself, did you really do all of this because I beat you in a shootout a few years ago? But Merlin says that I am everything that you hate about yourself. He wanted to make Ollie suffer. He needed him to choose to be alone. And the funny thing for Merlin is that it wasn't even that hard. As Merlin gets ready to put an arrow into Oliver Queen, there is a huge boom. And with that boom, we have the arrival of Connor. Connor is reaching out and he is letting him know that we need to get back and we must do it now. And as Merlin taunts him, saying that you're gonna run away again, Oliver wants to stay. He wants to finish this once and for all. But with the look in Connor's eyes, begging his father to come home, pleading with him, Oliver reaches out and he grabs Connor's hand. As they go to leave, Merlin takes his bow and he shoots an arrow, with Connor trying to jump up in front of it. This is where we have the arrival of Leon, the daughter of Roy Harper. She catches the arrow mid-flight. Merlin telling them that this isn't over. Brainiac had told them that only one of them could go on this trip, or else they would be lost. But with all three of them together, they are more than happy to be lost, as long as they have one another. As they go through the portal, this is when Oliver wakes up on that dreaded island, the waves crashing over his face, and when he looks up, he sees his little bird. The two of them seeing one another, jumping into each other's arms. And when they look up, they see Connor and Leon, as they all go to head off the island. Finally happy to be reunited, Leon has to ask the question, where is my dad? That's what picks us up with Jade and Roy Harper. They have broken into Amanda Waller's facility. They look at everything, and obviously Amanda Waller has been keeping tabs on everything. This is nothing new, but something about this tech doesn't seem like hers. As he observes further, he says that Amanda Waller is doing something with his friends. Unfortunately, Amanda Waller gets the drop on him. A pistol going off, Jade shot first, and then Roy Harper. Amanda Waller says that she didn't want to be found, and now no one will ever find either of them. This appears to be the death of Arsenal. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Definitely not a bad issue. Definitely sucks to see Roy Harper getting the death again. I mean, Roy Harper just came back and now they're putting him back in the grave. More than likely, he's not actually dead. He's probably going to be pretty beat up, took some good shots, but I think Amanda Waller is going to put him into some kind of captivity, some kind of prison, which means the Green Arrow family, they will now be hunting down and looking for Amanda Waller and Roy Harper. I do like this twist though, the one where it is Merlin behind everything. Now, we haven't got much on what Amanda Waller has been up to, but she's been making deals with people. One of those people just so happened to be Merlin. Very irresponsible of her to give Merlin freaking time travel tech. What's funny is Merlin could have gone back in time and killed Green Arrow, could have killed his family, but he thought it would be better to watch him suffer. Obviously, that didn't work out like he anticipated it. But Merlin is still out there and he is still gonna be very much a threat. But I cannot wait to finally get to what Amanda Waller has been up to. Ever since Dark Crisis, we have seen her working in the background. Now, Amanda Waller's return is not something I am thoroughly happy about. I felt like her War for Earth 3 was a great story. It was a great opportunity not only to take Amanda Waller off the board, but give her her own Earth with her own Justice League that could have had its own stories. Instead, she randomly leaves Earth 3, she returns, and she's causing all kinds of mayhem yet again. And no matter how much Peacemaker had tried to take her down, apparently, he's just a-okay with working for her again. I wish they would have at least made it make sense. Because Amanda Waller having her return, there's just no purpose to it, other than they wanted to have somebody to be the antagonizer. They needed somebody to be the villain, and so they picked Amanda Waller. Still baffles me that Amanda Waller is out here operating with impunity. She was the most wanted person on the entire face of the planet for a moment, and it's like everybody simply forgot. Now, we cannot negate the fact that Amanda Waller, she is working for some very, very powerful people. We don't really understand who they are, what they represent, but what we do know is that they have extreme amounts of power, that they can make it to where everybody is okay with it. But the fact that the heroes, they sit idly by and they're like, yeah, it's cool, Amanda Waller's returned, we know she was evil, we know she was bad, but we're gonna let Amanda Waller do what Amanda Waller does. And we have seen this over the course of Titans and a few other issues. It's just disappointing to see that nobody is going after her. Not until this Green Arrow series. Now, hopefully Green Arrow, Oliver, all of them are gonna be going full force at Amanda Waller. Because that is what we need right now. We need her exposed, and we need the other heroes to join in and stop her before it becomes too late. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything that is going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with this story. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you're unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.